Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round. I'm your host Matt Moore, and we are here talking The Flash Season 2 finale, 223, The Race of His Life. Let's get started. All right, first off, Charles, what did you think of this episode?
Be truthful.
For the most part, it was great. For the most part, it was a good episode, but the final moment of the episode actually kind of pissed me off. It did.
Okay. And how about you, Lou? What did you think of the episode?
I thought the episode was good. I enjoyed it. And to your point, this is coming from the executive producer, Deanno Jackson. He loved the episode, and we're getting Flashpoint, bitch, for next season.
Okay. And how about you, Reggie? What did you think of the episode?
I really liked it. Wasn't super a fan of how they dealt with Zoom, but
I thought it was great.
I enjoyed it. It just felt a little too, I don't know, convenient or whatever.
Because look at it. Okay.
It did feel a little rushed for me. It did. Like that final moment where the time wraiths show up and they pretty much mutate him or something, and I think that whole thing happened too quickly.
Yeah. Look at it from this perspective. Remember how last season Isaiah always kept talking about death racing the Flash?
Yeah, the Black Racer. The Black Racer.
So now you have death, which eventually will come back to race the Flash in another season. So they showed him become who he is. Isaiah got his wish.
And he even looks like the Black Racer, like to the T, the Black Racer, because the Black Racer has the ripped mask. The Black Racer does have like the melted face, and that is what the Black Racer looks like. So we were associating this character with the Black Racer at the beginning of the season because it's Flash wearing black, but obviously it wasn't him. But now maybe it is.
Mm-hmm.
This show seems to be turning one character into another character, and they did that twice in this episode. They did that here, and they also did it with Jay Garrick becoming the Jay Garrick that we know.
But you know that was a fitting end for him.
What's that?
That was a fitting end for him. You knew some point in this goddamn show's run, as long as Henry Allen was around, they were gonna put him in a fucking Flash costume.
Yeah, I was pretty jazzed about that. Although I would have lost my freaking mind if they would have put him in the old CBS out. You just don't know. If they would have put him in that out, I would be singing the praises of that show.
I never got that outfit. That outfit was fuzzy. Like you would think that fuzz would be like something you wouldn't want with a Flash costume, but yeah, that particular costume was fuzzy, and I never understood that.
I don't care. I want a $20 bet.
Okay. So basically, we start out this episode with, of course, Barry wants to kill Zoom, and Barry quite literally just destroys and kicks Zoom's ass, like destroys him, and then just as he's about to kill Zoom, of course, Zoom kills Zoom because of time remnants.
Do you think he was going to kill Zoom? I didn't.
Yeah.
Barry to me doesn't seem like he has the will to kill. He might kill you inadvertently like he did the first 5 episodes. But as him being a straight up, I'm going to kill you, I just don't see him doing it. He's going to freeze. Like in that particular moment, he froze, where the other Zoom, the real Zoom, not the time remnant, shows up. Fine, I'll do it. And fucking kills himself.
I don't know. Barry has quite a death count. Like that was the entire first season. Was people are like, well, we can't kill all of these bad guys. Like they said that like halfway through the first season. We can't kill all of them.
Yeah, but Barry did not kill them directly. They were just killed indirectly, either by Barry's actions or by just by coincidence.
Yeah.
But he never actually killed them himself by like shaking the whole hand and then shoving it through their heart. He never did that.
Today was the first time I seen his hand vibrating like he wanted to make it go through somebody.
Yes. Yeah, that was the first time we've seen it.
It's the tired old trope, though, of, oh, well, you're a hero, so don't kill, or you're going to turn into a bad guy, and it's just like, okay,
it's
let's do that again.
It's basically Batman's rule.
Mm-hmm.
Is Batman's rule. You don't kill anybody. No matter how bad they are, you never kill.
What we did get this episode was Cisco learning how to open portals.
Yes, and I thought that was awesome, and I would not be surprised. Well, to be honest, with the whole theory of Flashpoint next season, pretty much all our fucking theories are out the fucking window. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to expect for next season. I have no fucking clue. I'm only, like, mildly familiar with the Flashpoint story arc.
You never saw that movie?
Nope.
Oh, man, you're missing a good movie.
I hear it's a good movie, but I've never actually seen it.
I'm going to hook you up.
Okay.
Is it the one on Netflix? I watched one on Netflix.
Well,
I think it is on Netflix.
If it's not on Netflix, they must have taken it off last month, because it's been on Netflix recently.
Then I will watch it.
It's a good anime.
Which, by the way, this has nothing to do with the show, but Netflix is about to get everything Disney, and that's fucking awesome. All right, moving on.
In September.
What's that?
In September.
Yeah, which is still fucking awesome. About 100 days from now. So he ends up beating the crap out of Zoom. Zoom ends up killing himself. Then, of course, Barry ends up going to his father's funeral. And
I just got to say one thing real quick. Not really related to anything, but I've been to a lot of funerals, and it's never rained. And that's one of them. I mean, I've been to over 100 of them, and never rained at one of them. Yeah, I'm just tired of movies and shows using that. And
You got a super big family, or you knew a lot of people?
Oh no, I used to be on a funeral detail in the Army, so.
Color guard.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah, but if the city has rain, obviously, for example, in Seattle, most funerals happen in the rain. It depends on the city.
I'm just saying there's no law that if you're going to have a funeral scene, it has to be in the rain. It's like, okay, we get it. It's sad. You don't need rain.
I was going to say Arrows wasn't in the rain.
Really?
Yeah, they were rated on at Arrow's funeral. Well, not Arrow's, but Laurel's funeral.
It was cloudy, so it could have rained.
Oh, yeah, that's what matters. It was not fucking cloudy, Charles.
Okay, well, never mind. Mine are right.
In any case, but yes, they figure out that Zoom has stole a magnetar, which is the worst named Deus Ex Machina I've ever heard.
Dude, I kept thinking fucking Pokemon.
Unobtainium.
Yes, yeah, it's right up there with the Unobtainium. Okay, maybe Unobtainium is a little worse, but it's right up there with it. I mean, it's fucking, that's a horrible name for a god weapon, as it were. And what the fuck is Mercury Labs doing with a device that can literally destroy almost all of existence? And destroy all of existence if it's not used in the right place. What the fuck?
Because it's Mercury Labs. They have to be the evil scientist.
But Mercury Labs isn't evil. Nothing about Mercury Labs has been shown to be evil.
But they create all the evil shit.
No, they create all the shit that evil people use. That's different.
So they're the evil scientist lab.
Yeah, they need to find
people go to them for help.
They need to find a new business model.
But you know what?
Make Nerf equipment or something.
The show's budget was a little off this week because I have to say, I'm pretty sure Henry Allen knew more than 6 people at a funeral.
Well,
that's just it, is he knew him, but you have to imagine that almost everybody said, fuck you, I'm out, like when he got thrown in jail.
Yeah.
But still, there's got to be some friends that still stayed in contact with. Even if you would have gave me 4, I would have been happy. I mean, dude, really? It was Team Flash at his funeral.
Yeah.
Lou, if they had brought in any of his friends or anything like that, and they would have a speaking role, like they would interact with the rest of Team Flash, that would be introducing those characters, and we would expect to see them show up at least one or two more times in either this season or next season. And to
No,
be
it
honest,
wouldn't.
It's just too bad that they don't have any, friends 600 miles away that Barry just visited their family's funeral that might come visit theirs.
True. I mean, dude,
Where the fuck is Oliver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I was like, they couldn't have grabbed one of them. I know they're busy with their crap, but
They literally just had Barry go to a funeral in Star City. So where the fuck is Oliver?
Well, to Oliver's defense, he can't run 600 miles in a minute.
No, but he still
yeah,
has.
but I'm sure he's got a Ferrari or two.
Yeah, I mean.
He doesn't have access to.
Felicity's got a helicopter.
Not anymore. Remember, she's not the CEO.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if she's still a billionaire, because I'm pretty sure she is.
Well, did she inherit his bank account too?
I would assume so.
That's another fucking show.
I mean, how do you get knocked out as a CEO and not get a severance package? I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's still.
Where the fuck is Oliver? Let's see, what else? So Barry's all like, all right, I got to take on Zoom. I got to do this race because of the fact, if not, he's going to kill the rest of my family, the rest of my loved ones, and I don't have them left.
Team Flash comes to the rescue. We're going to shoot
Flash
Barry.
fucking knocks his ass out and throws him in a containment cell. Fucking assholes. All of them.
You can't phase through that shit. It ain't like it got anti-phase ability.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
no,
it does?
Yeah, they brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't they bring it up when they caught was Reverse Flash?
yeah, Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Well, besides that, I mean, really, dude, is their security system that fucked up that even Wally can let people out?
Apparently so.
Well, Wally is.
They probably should take the label off the let out bad guy button.
I mean, Wally is not a part of Team Flash. He shouldn't have his fingerprints on the sensor to open up the goddamn door.
I think everybody that has made it downstairs to the 300th sub-level floor, it's something insane like that. Like, every once in a while, you'll see right next to the elevator, it's like sub-level 300 is where their home base is. Everyone who has made it down there is part of Team Flash. So that's like Laurel, that's like Oliver, that's like...
So it's the whole goddamn universe because everybody's been down there.
Exactly. And that's just it. There is something called the Cisco Chronicles. It is a web series that the Flash put out. There were 4 episodes, and they were basically 2 minutes each, and it was about a story that specifically had Cisco and what's her name, black girl who can like teleport anywhere she can see. I forgot what. Peekaboo.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Peekaboo. She was in it as well, and she ends up escaping through whatever means. I forgot how she escaped. But in that, he's all like, damn, I just upgraded the security. And it's like, no, you didn't. You didn't do shit. Everybody's walking in there. People are finding their way downstairs by accident.
Yep.
Dude, my key card works
from
there.
the local school who are playing hide and go seek who just happen to find their way down there. I'm sure of it.
Oh, man.
Unlikely to get superpowers on top of it.
Yeah, they probably all got superpowers. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck? So they lock him in a containment cell, and then they end up hatching this plan where Caitlin Snow ends up talking with Zoom and trying to throw Zoom back through a portal. Now, I watched this episode twice. I didn't pause it or anything like that, but at the end of this, when he goes back through the portal, I could not see that he grabbed
Joe?
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
I don't think he grabbed Joe. I think it was more of a reaction where however they got Zoom to go through the portal, it kind of forced Joe in at the same time.
I guess, but I was just like, The first time I watched
I
it,
didn't see a grab myself. I was just thinking, well, maybe he ends up like who pushed Zoom through the portal?
it was Joe ended up doing some tranks, and then he was basically shot through by Harry and his fucking
Shoot,
jump
like
shot.
fucking out of the movie. Jump
Yeah,
off the
like,
ground
why
and
did
shoot
you
him.
do that? Why didn't you just, take a shot? Why do you have to jump and take a shot?
Because it's television.
Suppressing fire!
Yeah, it's like, seriously, were you dodging behind cover or something? No, you weren't. You could have just taken the shot, but no, you had to make it look good.
Maybe
And
the
possibly
hit.
missed.
It is a little thing called production value.
No.
I don't know. I was just a little miffed that Zoom's been kicking their butt all these episodes, and then they just kind of whip up this quick little plan, and then they can catch him. It's like, I know it's story and whatever, but that did kind of pull me out of the moment a little bit. It's like he's been just wiping the floor with you guys all season, and it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do this little thing, and he's gonna get sad for a second. We'll catch him. Like,
Yeah, and that's just it. It's believable that maybe Barry has gained enough power to be able to do that fight. Because Barry has literally gone through this whole fucking transformation. Barry basically died and came back from the Speed Force, which means you can make him as fast as you fucking want to make him. You can make him infinitely fast, and we'd have to buy it because of the fact that he went through this transformation. But these people have not. They're not using advanced knowledge. I mean, I guess Cisco can make the rifts, but they had access to rifts for a long fucking time now.
Barry's so fast that he got in front of Zoom to trip him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was early in the episode when Barry was kicking his ass. But yeah.
Yeah, see, that was the other thing that I was
Zoom.
confused by was I thought we already established that Barry was faster. And
At the beginning of the episode, he got in front of Zoom. Yes, absolutely.
oh, okay, I guess I need to watch it again then.
Yeah, he gets in front of Zoom and literally trips Zoom.
Oh, okay.
And Zoom ends up flying into a wall.
See, in this episode, he created the time remnant of himself because Barry decided to cut a different alleyway to capture Zoom, so he didn't see it and realize that there was two Zooms on this Earth.
You know, the thing that bothers me the most about those stupid time remnants is that, sure, they pick up the time remnant only like, I don't know, a minute, maybe an hour, or even a day prior to the present, which is fine, but still, you're killing your past self, so according to that logic, you would have to kill yourself in the present.
That is true, and that just makes sense. However, after watching this episode, I ended up watching a what the fuck is a time remnant video, like someone basically trying to explain time remnants, and I still don't understand them. I'll be honest there. However, what I do understand is the idea that the Speed Force is protecting them, is that they can have two of them, and even though one died, the one that actually went back to the present and then continued to be you ended up taking a different path and died. They are somehow protected. They are allowed to do that. And it's upsetting because it makes no sense. You are correct in that.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't make sense to the human logic, but in comic book TV logic, it makes plenty of sense.
Yeah, we'll go with it. But in the words of that one Star Trek character, I hate temporal mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best that I can understand it, and viewers, if you know it better than I do, please explain it, because this is just my grasp of it, is that Barry goes back into the past, does some stuff, then goes back into the present. Now there's two of them, so the one in the past knows to do something else instead, because he now sees that there's a second Flash, and so he does that and then dies. And he's protected from that because of the Speed Force. I believe that's how it works, because, yeah. that at one point there are 3 of them on the planet. Yeah, never mind. But yes,
See,
it's,
you know
it's
what?
something crazy like that.
You
It's
know what
time
this
stuff.
episode?
Don't try to explain it.
Yeah.
What this episode was doing so well with that whole fucking Pokemon character name.
Hodor?
No. Motor, whatever the fuck. They were creating the bridge to have all the Earths unified. Where we could have had Supergirl on our Earth through that portal.
Oh,
And that would have been the best way to explain it all.
I thought he wanted to destroy all the other Earth.
Well,
No,
he
that's
did.
That's just it. Is we now have Cisco able to create breaches, and I think we're gonna have Cisco be able to start learning how to create breaches that go to other planets, and I think that they are going to be some dimension hopping little bitches by the beginning of the next season.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're gonna be like Earth 3. Let's go visit Jay. Earth 4. Let's go visit Kara.
But see, they can't because of the ending of this one. What just happened doesn't exist because Barry's stupid ass is such an emotional pussy. He decides to go back and save his mommy.
You know, I want to bring something.
That's just it. That makes all of Earth 1 a time remnant. The entirety of Earth 1 a time remnant.
Because now we're going to go forward with season. They can't time jump. I'm sorry. I will not accept a time jump because of what they just pulled off with this season finale. They need to pick up from that particular point and go forward. You can't time jump that. Because there's got to be serious ramifications. We see one Flash disappear.
Lou, you got to admit, though, there's going to be a time jump. You know there's going to be one.
Well, what if Barry just did to himself what Eobard did in the first season? What if he's made it to where he now has to raise himself and make himself the Flash so all of this happens? What if he has to create himself like Eobard Thawne created him?
That's probably what they're going to do for at least half the season.
Well, but no, even though Deanno's theory about this going into Flashpoint next season, that makes a shit ton of sense from what I've heard of Flashpoint. However, it doesn't change the fact that I am still pissed off about this because Lou's right. Barry was being a whiny little bitch saying like, oh, no, I don't have both my parents anymore, so I'm going to go back in time and save them and fuck up the timeline. How many times must I say this? Don't fuck with the past.
You've never said that, but sure.
I may not have said it in those exact words, but it was implied.
Okay, all right, I'll
In
take
an
your
article today that I read, Stephen Amell says the conclusion of Flash was not going to affect Arrow's timeline. See, something has to change. If you're both in the same universe,
Something
that has to affect Arrow's verse too.
I hate to be I can't believe I'm going to be the one that's going to bring this up, but they're probably going to use the Legends of Tomorrow logic in that whatever certain events time has to happen, so there'll be some other event that will a series of events that will end up creating the Flash. So maybe he won't be created at the same time, but something else will happen, and he'll still get created, and then.
Matt, how good is your memory?
Hear all this.
Pretty good. Why?
Okay, I don't remember, but in Flashpoint Paradox, didn't Barry's mom still die later on, since he did save her?
Yeah, I think he ended up having to allow her to die
I seem to remember that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but that's where I see they're going to do. She has to die regardless of the fact. It was her destiny to die.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Lou. He's never read those comics. He's never watched that.
I'm hoping because our good friend and neighborhood jester, Isaiah Mullins, messaged me earlier talking about, oh, they're doing this storyline again. I'm like, what are you talking about? Saving the mom. When did they ever use this storyline? I mean, this is only the second season. Well, back in season 1, he never saved her.
Yeah.
I mean, duh, stupid. You, out of all people who wikis comics and reads comics, should have been like, oh shit, we're getting Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, all right, he's not even hearing that hurts my head. God damn it. Ow.
I want to point out that at one point, Isaiah was our comics expert. If you remember about 2.5 years back,
Yep.
he was our comics expert. And then he stopped being their comics expert because
because he...
we figured out that we have Wikipedia as well.
Oh man, and then his love to... Oh, and here's the icing on the cake. Oh, well, the Flash has the Arrow writers. I'm like, no, it don't. They have separate writers.
Yeah, they've
Team
got
Flash
good
writers.
ones on the Flash.
And
Oh,
Team
you know
Arrow
what?
writers.
I just thought of something. Really, really bad. And it's the finale, so I feel okay talking about this. If we have Supergirl coming to the CW, I'm wondering if that means that we're going to get CW writers. And if so, I don't want that.
Nope, no, I don't want it either. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. Now that sucks. Fuck.
You know what that means? That means that it'll be one season before Jimmy Olsen has powers. It'll be like three episodes before what's-his-face, the best friend has powers. Because he practically has powers already.
Yeah. No. Win won't get powers because since he's the son of Toyman, he's going to become a villain. He's going to become Toyman Jr.
There we go. Yeah, Toyman 2.
Yeah.
So then, of course, Wally. Well, sorry. All of that ends up happening. Joe goes through the portal. Mm-hmm. They're like, "All right, we're done. Fuck this. We're out. We're closing all the breaches because they have control of the breaches. All of a sudden, somehow they can lock him out. How the fuck can they lock him out? So we're gonna keep Zoom on that side, and there's no way that he can come back, except for the fact that was obviously one of the powers he can show is that he can walk between dimensions. So how the fuck was this a good idea?
Because it's the Flash.
How the fuck was this a good idea?
Because it's the Flash.
We're going to send him back to Earth too, because heaven knows he can't walk between dimensions, except he just did 10 minutes ago in the episode.
Yeah, but someone please refresh my memory. Was Wally at the funeral? Because I don't remember seeing him there.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, because he's talking to Barry in a suit at the house, talking about, I didn't know, oh man, I didn't know you were the Flash, but it's like so cool that you're the Flash. Thank you for saving me and all this other horse rubbish bullshit.
Well, I mean, at that point, he basically thought Barry was a fucking coward, and now he knows different. So he probably feels a little bit ashamed as well of what he thought of Barry.
Yeah, but all our theories went out the window that Jesse Quick would have got her powers.
I know, what the fuck?
They teased us like that, and then we get nothing.
What if she does have her powers and she wants to go back to Earth 2 to be the Flash?
To be the new Flash, yeah.
And she just hasn't told her dad. That would be fucking awesome.
I mean, well, granted, what they pulled at the end of this episode, do you think we would ever go back to Earth 2 and revisit Harry and Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sad that we're losing Harry. I liked Harry.
Yeah, we're not losing him.
I liked his banter between him and Cisco. I thought that stuff was always hilarious.
Oh, even Jay Garrett loved it.
No, that's just it.
Himself.
Is I'm thinking that the first part of the third season, we're going to meet Earth 1 Harrison Wells. Because Harrison Wells had not been taken over by Eobard Dawn.
True.
Because,
that's been erased.
Exactly. Well, if that's just it, is we don't know it's been erased, but the Flash can stop that event now because he's fucking in that timeline.
True.
So he can save Harrison Wells, and now all of a sudden we have the actual Earth 1 Harrison Wells Tom Cavanaugh is basically going to be playing a third fucking version of Harrison Wells.
Yay.
That's going to prove the range that actor has. God damn.
Which technically is the first version of Harrison.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's just the first version he gets to live.
Yeah, but the first version didn't do much acting.
Outside of go like, oh dear God, I'm dying. Oh.
And that's just it. Is that also means that Harrison Wells, his fiance is going to be alive, so he's probably going to be married by the time we get to current storyline.
And they could possibly have their own child.
They could possibly have their own child. Exactly.
The Earth 1 version of Jesse.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is
Good
my
call,
theory.
Eden. Good
That's
call.
that's my theory. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I bet the reason Jessie Quick does not have powers, we have not seen her show powers, is because of the fact that she's on the wrong Earth. Remember, each Earth vibrates at a different frequency. Maybe when she goes to Earth 2, that's when she's going to end up realizing her powers.
Mm-hmm. Because, Jay Garrick couldn't get to Earth 3 on his own. He needs the help of Harry.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they're going to do that.
I'm sorry, but he looks so cheesy in that outfit.
Yeah, it did. I actually liked Hunter Zolomon Jay Garrick's outfit more than the outfit that the real Jay Garrick had. However, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We all knew that, or at least I knew that the guy under the the guy in the Iron Mask was Jay Garrick. However,
so full of shit.
No,
I
fucking called it.
There was someone in this movie who was saying it was Wally.
Can I finish? Can I finish now? Can I finish? Yeah.
No.
But no, no. From the very moment that they did that whole tapping scene when they were trying to figure out, and he worded the name Jay, and they said, "Oh yeah, Jay Garrick." From that moment, I knew that was Jay Garrick. I knew it was the real Jay Garrick. Shut up, Lou. All right. However, I did not think that it was going to be the Earth 2 version of Henry Allen. And when it was revealed that it was Henry Allen, I got to admit, I was disappointed. I was expecting it to be somebody that we haven't seen yet.
You know what? We probably didn't realize it was going to... The show probably felt this. You know what? We killed off Henry Allen. Why don't we, for fan service, make him the Jay Garrick of Earth 3 and get him in a costume as a send-off? Remember, they could have just worked that into the plans at the last minute, but kept it a big secret to where no one knew.
That's just it. Is now that Barry has rescued his mother, that means his father has not gone to prison. And that means that he can control all of those timelines. John Wesley's ship very possibly is going to be a main character next season.
Yeah, I think that's what they're leaning towards.
Because he's now alive.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to go make some more sea-level movies.
Sea-level movies?
Yeah, direct to DVD.
Oh, okay.
Where the quality is really shitty.
You got Class C movies, you got Class B movies, and you got Class
okay,
A movies.
I gotcha. Yeah. Let me see. So Wally ends up just walking in, pressing a button, like that's all I had to do, and gets the Flash out of there.
It's like, ooh, what does this button do?
Yeah. And of course that makes it to where Barry gets out, and huge surprise. Zoom somehow, through the variability he had shown at the beginning of the episode, just came right back. Like, there's nothing that would have stopped him from coming right back, no matter what they did. These people did.
Yep, because he ended up at that location with no breach.
Yeah. So of course he then challenges Zoom. He gets everyone to back him up and do absolutely nothing while he ends up racing against racing against Zoom on the Magnetar, and at no point does the Flash go, stop, turn around, face him straight on. Fuck the race. Like, watch Zoom come right at him and just punch the living shit out of him. Like, he chased after Zoom, like, constantly. He never went, nah, and waited for Zoom to come to him.
Yeah, well, he couldn't stop because the machine was already getting activated or whatever. So he had to do his other little thing to turn the other crap on. So I was fine with all of that. So.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. All they had to do was paint the Motar red and white with a little black stripe, and that bitch looked like a Pokemon ball. Catch 'em all.
I did, however, like how they stopped the Magnetar. That was the only thing about the Magnetar I didn't have a problem with, is how they stopped it. Basically, they kind of used a sound theory. They use a lot of sound theories in the Flash, where basically when you have a sound, if you get something vibrating at the opposite frequency, you can make the sound go away. Even if the sound is still being emanated, you can stop the sound completely. That's what they did here. At least that's how I understood it.
Yeah, I'm on that page too.
So that I was okay with. Literally the only thing about the Magnetar that I was okay with. He ends up stopping Zoom. Somehow, the time race comes through, and they don't explain that in the episode, but I think that I read somewhere, or maybe they did explain it in the episode, but basically
Barry explains it.
Basically, him and Zoom had created a time remnant, which is enough to piss the time race off, and Barry was banking on the fact that the time race would be more pissed off at Zoom than they were at him.
And his theory was correct.
And his theory was correct.
Because he created death.
Yes, but they really needed to explain that during the episode.
They did. Barry explained it.
Oh, okay.
Barry,
all right.
Exactly what you just said, Barry said it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that from when I was drunk, but I just watched it and I must have missed that scene. I knew I had heard or read it somewhere, but I was drunk when I watched it the first time.
Barry explained it, and Joe goes, "Is that the face that I make when I'm trying to understand this?" Don't worry, Wally, you'll get it eventually.
Why would Wally get it eventually? Joe still doesn't. Joe just rolls with it now.
Because Wally's gonna. When does Wally get his powers? When does he become?
When he kisses Jesse Quick. Oh, that ain't gonna happen because she's going back home.
She'll be back.
They can't stand between Earths. They're gonna be the two to create a fucking cell phone that can go between Earths.
Can you hear me now? Good.
The Verizon man walking through the...
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We end up finding out that the man in the Iron Mask, it's officially revealed that it is actually, Henry Allen, except on that Earth, Henry Allen is Shay Garrick. We get him in the costume. We get him wearing the helmet, which, fuck if I'd want to wear the helmet of the person who imprisoned me for years.
But I like how he incorporated. He goes, "That ain't mine. He created that for himself. You know what? Well, since he took something from me, I'm going to take something from him." And puts it on.
Yeah, I was cool with that explanation.
That hat not only belonged to a serial killer, but before that belonged to a fucking wife beater.
Yeah, but I was cool with that explanation. It works, It's this thing has been associated with bad. Maybe not on the surface, but it's been kind of associated with bad, and now he's turning a bad thing into a good thing. So I was totally okay with that. I think that's probably really the only worthwhile way you could explain having him wear it. So I was fine with that.
So Of course, then we end up having the scene where him and Iris discuss. Iris is all like, "All right, it's time to date now," and he's all like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm too fucked up right
Hold on,
now."
man. I thought they established the dating factor last episode.
And the episode before that, yes, that's correct.
I mean, is he a flip-flopper or what?
Well,
Yeah.
now the whole flip-flopping doesn't even matter because for all we know, they probably hate each other in this new timeline.
What you don't know is that Barry's middle name is Hillary Rodham.
I don't get the joke.
I'll run with it. He'll be rotten. He'll be rotten.
So yeah, and then he's all like, "No, I can't date now because I got to deal with some shit." And then he's all like, "And I'm sorry for doing this. I'm going to erase this entire fucking timeline, which means any chances we had of a relationship, any past we've had before, any relationships that I've had with any of my family, the fact that I grew up with you, all of those memories, I'm going to erase them now and start over."
Yeah,
Yeah, the only thing that comes
Fucked up than that.
the only thing that comes to mind with something like that is fucking arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm going to continue to say over the course of all of next season is don't fuck with the past.
I just take offense to, he can do this. He could have done this whenever he wanted. He should have at least got some first before breaking.
Well, what's to say he didn't get none when they did that little kiss? He's so quick.
He didn't. he didn't get none. He's been.
He could have easily phased in and out of her without her knowing.
So, in any case, so let's go into wild speculation. I actually have a very, very out there wild speculation that I actually don't think is too out there, and I've already kind of hinted on it. I think we're going to end up seeing two stories next season. We're going to be going back and forth between the past and the present. We're going to have the Flash in the past, basically making himself, protecting his family, taking out Eobard Thawne, who is still in the past with him. Like, he's going to be like, "Oh yeah, I run 1,000,000 times faster than you, so you're done. Like, I just took out Zoom, you ain't fucking shit." And then he's going to start Star Labs. He's going to probably be the benefactor of Star Labs. He's going to create Gideon. He's going to create everything, and just make it to where 1 billion metahumans aren't made.
I got a question for you off that theory there. Since you're saying that two different timelines. Now, what if the future timeline, the one that he just left, gets enslaved by Gorilla Grodd? That when Harry and Jesse and Garrett go back, Gorilla Grodd found a way to come through another breach. Because that's the focal point for next season. They
bringing Gorilla Grodd back willingly, to where Gorilla Grodd chose to come back, that would be against the character of Gorilla Grodd, at least as he's been portrayed in the show. It would not be against the character of the Gorilla Grodd from the comic, but in the show, all Gorilla Grodd wanted was a home in which he was being accepted.
Okay, that's just a stupid story.
Yeah, but now he's had all this time to build up and
to build his army. Now he has an army to come through that portal with him and create his own Gorilla City on Earth 1. Because remember, Zoom said Earth 1 is the center point for all the Earths.
Yeah. I just think, we're going to end up having the current storyline of Cisco and Caitlin and all that, everyone except the Flash. Basically, in one storyline, we have the Flash in the past, and things that the Flash is doing starts to maybe either they end up being separate and then they end up smushing together the two storylines, or the two Earths, or the two timelines, as it were. Or things that the Flash does starts to affect the present of the timeline that we know. Like, one of those two things is going to happen. And at some point, we're going to have basically the person who founded Star Labs, like that mystery benefactor, will be the Flash. Will be the Flash that we know, and we end up meeting the new Barry Allen.
Well,
I like that.
Is that your wild speculation, Matt?
Yeah, that basically in the current timeline, we're going to end up meeting the person who bankrolled Star Labs. And that person who bankrolled Star Labs, we're going to find out is a 45-year-old Barry Allen. See where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. So due to him being a speedster, he's not going to look like he's aged much.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah, he's probably going to still look like he's in his 20s.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I would assume that due to his like super healing power from his super healing, that would also slow down his aging.
That would make sense. However, the reverse could also be true. Because of his fast metabolism, maybe he would age faster. But, so, I mean, either way, it's probably going to balance each other out.
So what you're saying is that his age is going to be slowed down, basically.
No, I'm saying that while he does have healing, he also has a fast metabolism, and those things would be in equal measure, which means he would age naturally. Okay. That's just my guess, is because of the fact that, yes, you're adding, let's say you're adding 25 years, but you're also subtracting 25 years, because, fast metabolism but fast healing, so the two things cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just a thought.
I've got one that just popped in my head here.
Go for it.
They're going to use these whatever badass aliens that they were talking about in Legends of Tomorrow. They're gonna roll up to the club, and that's gonna necessitate the need for superheroes and whatever. And so, whether it's Wells or whatever, some other scientist combination, they're gonna be like, hey, well, we got to fight this alien threat, and so now we need to come up with whatever new technology and whatever to fight these things, and that's gonna in turn cause another explosion or whatever, and then that gives oh, well, hey, Barry, let's go, little young Barry, hey, let's go take a walk to the museum, right when explosion goes again, and he gets his powers again, creates metahumans again, maybe also has some kind of tie that brings in all these other Earths, so now we get our Supergirl and we get all of that stuff, and that's kind of the catalyst for tying everything back together, and then we get the other Jay Garrick and all that stuff coming back in.
That does make a lot of sense, because making the assumption that this Barry Allen, he, like, without really breaking much of a sweat, just decided, I'm going to go save my mom now. Fuck it. Mind you, he didn't do the whole fucking running through the accelerator. He didn't have to do that shit this time. He's powerful enough that he can just go back in time. So what if he now can gallivant through time? And he gallivants far enough that he realized that the Thanagarians are going to take over the Earth, and that we need these superheroes. And so he does cause the accelerator, the accelerator to explode. He does that because even though thousands of people are going to die, at least Earth is not going to be taken over by an alien species.
Yeah, see that. Yeah, that's the thing that I think it's going to be. He's saved his mom, saved his family, and everything's all peachy. It's the Superman 2 theory. It's that
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I fixed it. I got rid of these horrible powers that are causing all this trouble, and it's like, oh, wait a second. Now that I don't have any powers and everything's gone to shit, time to get some powers back. And he'll make all that happen, and then And then they can bring in all the
go
other.
inside a tube and make sure that he don't lose his powers, but everybody else around him does.
Well, that's just it. Is if he does not time travel any more than he already has, then he would continue through this timeline with superpowers. Like, there's nothing stopping that from happening because of the fact that his body itself was protected by the Speed Force. In other words, things that happen in the future cannot affect him in the past. So yeah, if he's not time traveling at all he has to do is fucking live his life. And even if Barry Allen doesn't get superpowers, he still has superpowers. Because the Speed Force is protecting him. That's the entire point of a Speed Remnant, is the Speed Force protects him from the consequences of his actions. That's why he can run down the street and he doesn't burn everything up as he passes through it, is the Speed Force is protecting him. Because as fast as he runs, basically that is a nuclear explosion every time he runs down the street.
Yeah, because
and everything around him would be dead.
You would think that when he runs on top of a car, the car would be damaged, but they're not.
Yeah, exactly. And that is him being protected by the Speed Force.
All I said, season 3 better pick up from that fucking point where he saved his mama. With no time.
I hope it does as well, yeah. So, Charles, do you have any wild speculation? Did you have one and then forget to write it down?
God damn it, Matt. No, this time around, no, I don't have any wild speculation because we pretty much know that season 3 is going to go down the path of Flashpoint. But,
I think so, yeah.
But
you sure?
I'm not completely familiar with the story of Flashpoint. All I know is that the Flash goes back in time to save his mom's life, and by doing that, ends up creating an entirely new, fucked up timeline.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything went to shit. And so we're pretty much where he realized that saving his mother's life ended up making things worse for everyone else.
Well, that's just it. Is that has to be how season 3 ends? Is him going back to that point and stopping himself from saving his mom?
Well, all you need to do, Whedon, is make sure you go and hold the door.
All right. Do we have anything else? Any other wild speculation, Lou?
No, I just want to go hold the door.
Okay. You go hold your door while watching videos on your computer, okay? Hold the door for 10 to 15 minutes, and then,
longer.
Release the door.
I'll never release the door.
You'll never release the door?
No, I've got to hold it forever.
Okay.
Don't want those
that way.
Don't want those whites to break in, so you got to hold the door. Yeah.
What?
No.
Why'd you go? You fucking racist.
Dude, that's what I always call them because that's how it looks like it's pronounced. Is W-I-G-H-T, whites.
W-H-I-G-H-T-S. In any case, I want to thank everyone
those
for watching.
whites.
Check us out at geeksoftheround.com, youtube.com/geeksoftheround.com. We now have forums. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Or give us a call at 801-609-4687. That's 801-609-GOTR. Again, this has been the season finale of the second season finale of The Flash, and tomorrow we have the season finale of Arrow, but we'll see you next time.
That means we're
Bye-bye.
not back until October.